Hi, I'm Chucky, and today I'm being very responsible because I actually left food on the stove. Specifically, so I've taken to fucking ooh already just a bit in and I let it sleep. But yeah, I have taken to actually doing rice properly because I like rice. I really truly do. And I just can't get it right. Though I did get like this rice from an Asian store, so maybe the placebo effect helped there. Anyhow, um, I looked up and oh god, I probably should have checked before, but I looked up someone else's gameplay and I just replicated what they did here. I just used this double sword around here. I fired a couple of these and it seemed to work out, so I'm not complaining. I have no idea what that bit's supposed to do, but hey, I'm happy that it's over. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to occasionally just take a quick break. What the? Oh, I leveled up, nice. I'll have to take a quick break to run to... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. To run to the kitchen to check on the thing. Oh, God. Okay, here's a weird thing. Normally I don't have a problem, but for some reason... Is it, like, anyone else watching this? Is this screen a bit hard to parse? Or am I just tired? Could be that I'm tired because I've had a rough while. Specifically, so oh, by the way, I think I beat like one corridor, though I can't remember which one. It was one of the optional ones in the meantime. Anyhow, so I just developed something, I don't even know what, where I just like had these pangs of anxiety as I would try to go to sleep, which obviously not very conducive for, you know, going to sleep. But I would feel kind of rested. And oh dear, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. But I think I managed to get rid of it. I needed to use a bit of like what is it? What do you even call them? Like relaxing medication? You know, it's just like very herbal shit. Literally just for the purpose of relaxing, not like actually helping with sleep, because it didn't work. And just, I don't want to say mindfulness because that always sounds so conceited. I'm gonna call it conceited. But just kind of like, you know, figuring basically the mental headspace to get in when that happens and shit. And funnily enough, the thing that kind of got me started with improving, I might actually lose. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna spam this again. Fuck! Good start. Anyhow, was deciding because my grandpa has one of those. Wait, pause button. There we go. One of those like. Actually, hold on. There we go. Hold on, just give me a second. I'm gonna go check on the right. All right, I have returned. You know, I just realized that I don't really like the smell of like boiling rice. It's just because here's the problem, right? The most I ate of rice was either my grandpa cooking it, my grandma, sorry, cooking it, and she would basically make it into porridge. Or it was... I should probably keep an eye on the thing, because it's pretty close to actually being done. But anyhow, so it was either my grandma cooking it for a meal and just making a porridge out of it, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm sorry, Italians, but risotto needs a lot more work to be tasty than just I guess boiling rice. Anyhow, and other than that, to my mind it brings what here we call rice with milk, which is a dessert. It's kind of like, well, a milk rice porridge with cinnamon and vanilla, and it's nice. That I like, but you know, I'm also not in the mood for smelling dessert when I am preparing my what even? I'm drawing a blank on the term, like the accoutrement for a can't even tell if I'm doing better. The accoutrement for my, like, you know, lunch. I chose poorly. I'm absolutely certain that I chose poorly. These things are at least squishy. Anyhow, I hate these things. Anyhow, so I feel the need to go check on the rice again. Might be prudent because I really don't want it to burn, but it also looked like it was what? Oh god, they're immune to the enemy razor. Either that or they take too little damage, right? Well, turns out my intuition was right. I'll be right back! I'm gonna trust my gut instincts with this one. It's probably too... It's probably boiled enough, even though it does seem a bit... still a bit too wet. But hell, I'll take wet rice over burnt rice. And if nothing else, I can just commit the cardinal sin of just recooking it. Anyhow, what was I saying? I actually forgot. So yeah, rice. I really want to be able to pull off rice like, well, like restaurants, but specifically like what I've seen in Japanese themed places. I'm saying Japanese because I don't really eat rice when I eat Chinese. I usually go either for fried food, which I should probably do with the Japanese as well, but that's beside the point. Oh god, why does this level feel so hard? Anyhow, or with, hold on, I need to decrease the volume, there we go. Or, I can do it with, or I order noodles, because, I don't know, I just like their noodles a lot more. You can sue me. I don't really care for rice, but then again, I generally, like, outside of sushi, I don't really do rice. Because, I don't know, I just... It's one of those things that I'd really love if I'm able to do it, but I'm not gonna, like... How did I miss that? Oh dear. Anyhow, so I do it like for myself consistently, but you know, not wait, can't I just like, nope. Okay, but what if I laser beam? Does that have, oh, let's go. Fuck, these things gang up on me. Oh dear. Could probably use the side lasers actually. I don't know if I'm doing this efficiently, but seriously. Is this like a health check? Is this supposed to be that frustrating? Oh well. Anyhow, so yeah. On to, I guess, my... Actually, I have a pretty big annoyance right now. And of course, it's everyone's favorite current punching bag, Sweet Baby Ink. And I'm gonna be more specific because I'm like full conspiracy theorist here. I just want to make this clear. I have literally no proof over this. It's just that, you know, this is what makes sense to me, and this is what I think of the entire business. Seriously, are these things like? Because they just kind of fucking spawn from nowhere, seemingly just right on top of me. Is this an actual thing? This might be the first time I actually get angry at this game because this is just fucking unfair. No, that one just spawned out of nowhere. Oh wait, no, I saw it. Oh god, I see them. Oh my god, that's so small. Holy shit. Now let's see if that fucking helps. Okay, I just gotta lock in then. I just gotta wait until everything... Well, I was hoping I could wait until everything builds up on screen, but I would have died, so I decided against it. Okay, gotta look out for the things. Do those things not take damage unless they're... No, they do. Hold on. Wait. I control that? Oh. Okay, let me just... I missed it. How the fuck did I miss that? Okay, I can see, I can fight. Hold on, I gotta focus for a moment. So, recently, it seems to have, well, recently, like, a few weeks back, it seems to have come to the public's attention that IGN claimed Resident Evil 5 couldn't be remade, it could only be rewritten. And you might be rightfully, if you're a sane person, asking, like, what's that got to do with anything? And the answer is, honestly, probably nothing, just another kind of inflammatory take for the sake of driving clicks to an ailing site, slowly losing relevancy in an age where, you know, the people have actual power, and, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess have a platform, that's the word I'm looking for. So we care more, you know, they don't have the monopoly that they used to have on news. But here's my conspiracy theory. You know, y'all have noticed that Sweet Baby Ink is really in bed with a lot of... Just, there we go. Those things remind me of the, like, oh yes, let's go. Fucking finally. Those things remind me of the, like, I don't even know what they're called. Oh god, I really hope you're easy to beat. Please be easy to beat. Wait, I don't know if I can... What the... they seem pretty easy unless they can like add new stuff to their move list. Hell, I can probably just kind of out DPS them without even needing to dodge. Oh dear, you move. Okay, this is a bit more difficult to dodge. No, I love that online there's almost always guaranteed to be that one person who like played a way harder like quote-unquote proper game for the genre that's made for like, you know, the hardcores, like I guess Ikaruga is the one that I know of. And can just go like, you think this is difficult? Wait until you see a proper... Oh dear. Your bro left you alone. Oh shit, you're angry. I don't blame you. But you must die. Whew, that was easy. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Anyhow, so here's my conspiracy theory. The article talks about how like RE5 needs to get rewritten, not just remade. Which in turn, let's see. Oh, nice. I wonder if that would have been a retroactive hint. Anyhow, so what if? Hear me out. Because here's the thing, right? They say the game needs to be rewritten, right? And it is because of the quote-unquote like unfortunate racial implications that the game has. Because surely no one would assume that Japanese company... Wait, how do I save again? I think that's like this. Alright, so I use T... Yeah, I use T to teleport. Okay. So as I was saying, nobody would like, you know, assume that Capcom is actually actively malicious, right? Like, let's be real. Not back then. Not a fucking Japanese company with their pretty much zero knowledge. Like, they have basically no dog in the race anyway. At worst, you can say, you know, it had unfortunate, what's the word I'm looking for? Unfortunate implications. Living district. Okay, let's see. Anyhow, fuck. So, as I was saying, on that account, I believe that, you know, the best argument you can get, like, hey, you know, let's get some, because, you know, let's make sure that people don't get, like, the wrong idea, you know? So, obviously, they go and push for... It never occurred to me that those things actually do that because it kind of make... Oh, you're just being a prick. Oh dear. Yay, my favorite. What the? That's bizarre. Alright, cool, let's see. F6. Save real quick. So, yeah, to just like not drag it out, because I'd assume where I'm batting at is pretty obvious to everyone here. We know that game journalists are very incestuous with a company like Sweet Baby Inc. We know that. Y'all saw how quickly they jumped to their... Hell! Wasn't like one of the Sweet Baby Inc. Women working as a games journal as well and wrote her own like article like Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what gamers think it does. Because I think it did. Once to test even more tricky. You're taking the Mac. You're taking a Mac. even more strictly that corridor 5. God damn it. That's just no. For a moment I thought it was something like a hard container. And I got confused but also excited. Anyhow, as I was saying, so does it not sound, pretty convenient that, presenting a situation like a something like a consultancy firm would be very beneficial? Suddenly, might just present a conflict of interest when, it's your mates who are the ones doing the consulting, the owners of the consultancy firm. Yeah, all of a sudden, there's some unfortunate looks that come up when you realize that. Now, sure, of course, I could always, because I've always pushed for Occam's razor, so, the simplest explanation is the best. But then again, I can argue that, they have an interest to peddle their own fucking brand to the rest of the world. To Capcom in this case, which have been nothing but money printing machines for the last good while. I think that makes quite some sense. Frankly, I'm just tired of this bullshit, man. So, yeah. It's literally just selling a great. Literally just selling a grift. So, yeah. Speaking of Capcom, actually, I was thinking, because I might feel inclined to pick up. I hate you, the game designer. Why do you do this to me? Because I was thinking about, like, Resident Evil 7, right? And how popular that game is and how genuinely enjoyable it is, like, as an experience. But I also kind of had this moment of realization where it just simply occurred to me, alright, if it's even more strict than 5, let's see if maybe I need to, like, hit every one of these. Anyhow, so it also made me think just how, like, out of all the Resident Evil games, the ones that I feel like playing are Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 1, the remake. Because none of the new age Resident Evil remakes actually make me go, yes, I would like to try this again. Even though they have, like, plenty of I guess post-game rewards, the only one that kind of gets close to that is Resident Evil. Wait, do those things have hearts in them? They kind of look like they take the shape of a heart. Anyhow, I really like this new version of that attack, because it was kind of pointless before. I just need to, like, dump all of my chips? Which one eats the most chip per shot? I'll leave this one, but this one takes time. I'm just gonna use this one. Anyhow, so I was thinking, because here's the thing, right? With Resident Evil 4, you can make the point that, oh, he's just being nostalgic for an old game, which might be true, but that's not true of Resident Evil 1, the remake, because that is a game that I only played like way recently. And it's really hella fun. Like, I feel a drive to just go back to it and play it again, because it is a genuinely fun challenge. I don't know, I find it kind of ironic that despite being essentially raised on Silent Hill 1, which by all metrics should have made me not have as much fun with Resident Evil's like mechanics, I really hope that I just need to shoot, because otherwise I'm straight out of ideas. Never got my point. Oh yeah, so despite being, you know, raised or weaned on survival horrors through Silent Hill, and I still love Silent Hill, right? Like, obviously, I won't stop shutting up. I won't shut up about that franchise probably ever. But I also kind of don't find it as fun to play as Resident Evil. Like, all the things that Resident Evil puts in place in the specific way it's designed makes it more engaging for me to play, because it is, well, you actually need to use your brain a lot more than in Silent Hill for like moment-to-moment gameplay, right? Because in Silent Hill you kind of need to hope that the jank lets you coast on by. With Resident Evil, if you do that, you get your ass whooped. You know, you actually need to plan out your resources, which makes for a very unique kind of horror, you know? And speaking of horror, I'm absolutely horrified that I've started playing Persona 4, because I'm a Persona 4 hater. Well, that's a harsh word to use, but... Alright. Seems like I was wrong. What the fuck am I supposed to do? The fact that these are here makes me think maybe I need to max out, like I need to increase my chip capacity. This really seems to hint at that, because I used all of my chips. We should have used the enemy razor as well. Probably should have tried that. Well, sucks to suck. Let's go looking around, I guess. I don't think I'll have anything but an upgrade to one of my weapons from the optional corridor, so I'm not gonna go for that. Just gonna go look for the chip upgrade. Anyhow, because honestly I think that's what you're supposed to do in the first one as well. You just need to keep wasting your chips with special weapons. Ow. Well, that's neat. I think, again, this is all speculation, because good God, that's not a good puzzle, man. But alas. What was I saying? You were saying? I am saying. I'll be surprised if I find out this is the this is the right way. I think this is gonna be a chronicle. I feel. Yep. Called it. Also, this one was yellow. I was pretty sure it was gonna be green. I wonder if there is some meaning to that. I wonder if there is any use to them. I have 5 tablets. Right, there seem to be 5 corridors. Because otherwise, yeah, I have it from that area, I have it from that area. 3, 4, and 5. Oh wait, no, the left side area is missing. Should I go get it? Because I wonder, you know, because I wonder... Here's the thing, right? This is kind of fan design, and fans aren't game designers. So odds are it will just as likely serve for a end of game completion percentage as it is to actually give me a considerable, like, you know, weapon boost or something. It's not impossible, but it is unlikely. Come on. Yeah. You are not the boss of me. Why do I say things? How the fuck did I beat this guy? Oh, wait. Oh, that's anticlimactic. Oh, wait. Blew that one up. This thing looks like it's from a Metal Gear game. With the perspective and all that. Okay, would you stop doing that, please? Piss! Come on. Come on, game. Oh god, I gotta go all the way back. Wait, I can just fast travel? What the fuck? Wait, no, I can't. Damn it, game. I also don't care to go get that chronicle right now. Man. Oh yeah, I wonder if I've also talked about this, because here's the funny thing about the whole Sweet Babying situation. So Gamergate, right? In the minds of a lot of people, it's basically when gamers became Satan. And not gonna lie, you know, as a gamer myself, who was in the medium at the time, I just assumed it was, you know, one of the situations where there were like some bad actors, and everything just kind of blew up, and you know, it was just not a good time for everyone involved. But the fact that Sweet Baby Inc. is being labeled as essentially, oh wait, I can use the grenade, I think. that deals very little damage. I could really use with an upgrade to it right about now. I need to farm out some health. Yeah, I feel like, at least for the sides, it might be best to just use the fireball. Come on! What the fuck am I supposed to use against it? Maybe this? Doesn't feel too good. Maybe I can use this. Be salty. Damn it! I am salty. So very, very salty. I'm trying to think, cause gotta have something that can hit it easily there. Maybe the lightning? You know, to be fair though, I'm pretty glad that in this game every single boss kind of makes me, you know, have to come up with a different strategy. Like, the original was wonderful and all, especially for its time, but good god, did a lot of its bosses just basically boil down to blast it with fireball until it explodes. Which admittedly is also the tactic here, but that's besides the point. It would be extremely based if you could use in like overworld sections, if you could use the like the small attack, whatchamacallit, the flower thingy, as a like basically the way you'd use or control a twin stick shooter. That would make it pretty neat, because otherwise it kind of deals too little damage to be worth anything in this game mode. Alright, time to figure it out. Alright, let's... Does this work? Well, it does counter the bullet. But no, that does not work. What the fuck? Do I just... What? Just... Whoa! The fuck am I doing? Oh wait, any hit deals damage. Wait a second, get fucked. Did that also deal damage? What the fuck did I get? Think an upgrade to the sword? Seems like it. Do I need to have everything at level 2? So we know there's nothing to be found there. Do I need to do the King corridor? I'll be really miffed if I have to. Because, you know, that kind of beats the whole point of them being optional. So I think I'm just gonna do that corridor. I need to save first because I don't want to go through that fight again. Do I need to have like level 2 weapons? What was that the test? Oh well. Ugh. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. This looks so weird to me. Oh, nice. 2 bees. Seeing an actual city as the backdrop to Guardian Legend is uncanny, to say the least. And these things are vicious. I'm still weirded out. In my defense, though, part of the things that like I really like about this game is how it got me, even, you know, without me knowing at the time, it got me into this kind of like architecture where it's just plain alien. I mean, I can't chat too much shit. Again, it's a fan-made game. Obviously, you know, can't expect people to fully share my understanding of the game. Are these things that squishy? Wait, did Fireball destroy the laser? I can't tell. Yeah, it does! Okay. That's actually a really cool mechanic thinking about it. Making it to where, like, some projectiles can destroy others. Something like a Mortar Q or something. Not Mortar, but ranking? I don't know. But either way. Because I don't think, at least in this game, there's any sort of whatchamacallit, why are you know, retroactively, it feels kind of apropos that the game is so generous with its enemy erasers. Anyhow, I wonder if, like, this is an intentional aspect of the way, Oh, my shame. That was bad. That was really bad. Anyhow, so can't help but wonder if that was an intentional aspect of design for this game or not. Because admittedly, it is pretty cool to think that you can essentially block or parry projectiles with other projectiles, and it also creates the potential for a niche in equipment that are literally just weapons for, you know, protection. Like, for example, the spinny flower thingy, which could be really useful if it did actually, you know, spin fast enough to block things and had high priority. Maybe you can give it lower damage, so then you can choose between, you know, not needing to stress so much about projectiles and you know, dealing damage. But then you need to add, because here's the thing, right? When you give players a very safe option, they will always take it unless something pushes them against it. Now, one way to go against that is to make it, you know, unfun. Which is less a intrinsic design choice and more so a I guess coincidence. But sorry, my brain locked up for a moment there. But on the flip side, you can make it, you know, like, let the safe, like, tactics work in some circumstances, but have circumstances where it's either beneficial to the player or outright necessary to be, you know, damage efficient. A DPS check would be kind of the easiest way to do this, but here's the thing, right? Here's an interesting topic. DPS checks are a thing in, especially in MMOs, but in other games, and Monster Hunter World kind of has a quote-unquote big problem with its iterations of Alatrion and Fatalis, to where both of them are, you know, DPS checks. But I don't think I've heard so many people complain about Fatalis's DPS check as much as I've heard about Alatrion. And personally, I haven't actually gotten to Fatalis, and I fucking hate Alatrion, so I'm very, like, biased here. But I do think it's partly because the difference is that Alatrion's DPS check is a hard DPS check, or I'll call it a hard DPS check in the sense that your main objective with it is to beat the DPS check, and if not, then you straight, like, can't proceed. And the amount of people who are doing, you know, counter meta? Would that be meta? The, like, raw element or normal element. I'm drawing a blank on the term right now. Seems to be partly in actuality to spite. I countered their laser with my laser. Seems to be partly to spite. Whatchamacallit, you know, the design, because it is doable. It's just, you know, you need to hyper optimize your build. Okay, let me stretch. I wonder if this boss is gonna have new moves. You know what, I'm fine, we're halfway through the game. If this is how long it takes to get the redos of boss designs, then I'm fine with that. Anyhow, so as I was saying, I think that part of the reason, it's just that, you know, intuitively people don't like hard DPS checks, and it feels inelegant to use essentially prohibitive design to push people towards a desired playstyle. I mean, hell, you have Dark Souls, which is an infamously difficult series, but you can beat it, and quite conveniently so, with even just some pretty simple builds. Even, like, messing up your build is not gonna be too, I guess, game-breaking? I don't know if that's the proper term. I'm sweating. Because I'm too low on health. I choked. Oh, I choked so hard. God damn it. Well, I mean, I did better than last time. So even with a game as difficult as Dark Souls, you can easily, you know, beat it even with... I want to see, because I don't remember if I can... Yeah, I can turn around here. Beat it with, like, deeply suboptimal build. Hell, what's the most, like, difficult part of... I want to say Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 had some really bullshit bosses. I will heartily agree that Dark Souls 2 really screwed the player over on occasion, but Dark Souls 1's like hardest boss is Calamite, if I recall correctly, and I'm pretty sure you can just beat him with a... Oh, what would be? Because I know in Dark Souls 2 the weakest weapon is the ladle, and there are multiple people who can, like, you know, do ladle only runs, which I am not among them, and I live every day in fear of them. For I will be forced to give tribute if ever they come asking, because I can't fight them. But that aside, honestly, you can probably beat Calamite with pretty much like anything, and reasonably comfortably, you know, assuming you are, you know, you're good at the game. So skill can compensate for a lot. But with Elatrion, like, setting aside, you know, admittedly, you know, thinking about it, Elatrion also, I keep feeling the, I guess, urge to call it Elatrion, which I'm, you know, it's not the way it's spelled. Anyhow, Elatrion also suffers from the problem of being unlocked at way too early a master rank, which is not in the sense that, oh, you know, the player isn't skilled enough to beat him. No. That's not a problem. The problem is that you literally can't get, like, 90% of the things you need to beat it at that level. Like, there's no, massive... I'm trying to modify. What the fuck are they called? The, like, unleashing of potential for your weapons. You know what I'm talking about? Because a lot of the things that you need... Hell, there's no Ruin or Gigante, and that's one of the best armors in the game, which is only unlocked at Master Rank 100, so I need to stay there with, like, 77's levels worth of Master Rank, while, you know, the mission is basically taunting me. And all that... Why? Like, just why? Because here's the thing, right? With other missions, like Kulv Taroth or some such, you can argue that, you know, I would argue that the event Kulv Taroth is pretty easy to do on account of, you know, not being... What's the word I'm looking for? Well, not being so specific, I guess, first of all, in the builds that you need to do. Let me see if I can bullshit. I cannot! I will get hit. Which is why I don't chat shit. But, if you... This stacks a bit too much of my brain. I've lost all brain power for the moment. Wait. Oh yeah, they do hit. It's just they don't seem to do too much damage. That's a bit odd, I think. I think part of the reason why Kulv is also... Because actually I just realized that Kulv is also a hard DPS cap. But the thing is, like, Kulv is just like straight DPS, you know? You don't need to make a specific build for her. You just need to do your build your best. And here's the thing, right? I might be coming off as a very kind of, I guess, as whinging with this, but I genuinely find that Alatrion's, like, I don't know, it's... Here's the thing. I think if your game is not built around failing, if you don't, you know, teach your players to embrace... Damn it. Oh, I choked. So if you don't teach your players to, you know, embrace loss as... And you don't design around loss being a teaching moment, you can't expect players to take, you know, losses as, well, a teaching experience. Which in turn kind of... I don't know, I feel like it kind of makes it... Hold on. Because it just occurred to me that I ever since... I'm gonna keep talking about this, but ever since I've had that Silent Hill 3 incident, I'm paranoid. How did I get here? I wasn't paying attention. So ever since that Silent Hill 3 incident, I kind of don't fuck with, you know, accidentally forgetting to turn my microphone back on or on at all. But alas, so... Focusing. And let's be real, you know, Monster Hunter isn't like if built around you failing. It is a game built around, you know, slow, excruciating, but in the end, successful hunts. At least, you know, Monster Hunter World. Because you don't really... Like, there are really very few kind of difficulty spikes, kind of roadblocks throughout the entire game. And, like, I think the logic with Alatrion was that, you know, put it there so that players just starting Iceborne can get the entirety of the experience, so that's why they added everything before Master Rank 100, especially when Master Rank 100 is such a long grind. But again, the problem is, I think that what also kind of compounds the issue is that you kind of need, you know, your Master Rank 100 gear to have a fighting chance against Alatrion. Because ain't no fucking way, like, I made a full ice build, like the best ice damage that I can get on my Sword and Shield, because, you know, quick weapons are better for DPS and I'm comfortable with the Sword and Shield. So that's my choice. And like ice attack, I think pretty either maximum or pretty much like one level shy away, shy from maximum, and it was still not enough. And at that point, you know, admittedly part of the frustration was just that feeling that, is there something like that fundamentally wrong with me as a player? Am I actually that incompetent? Which, admittedly, I could be. But considering the fact that I managed to have runs where I was like 60 to 70% of the time on him as like a solo player. And I also headbanged him. And he didn't, you know, it didn't manage to break his horns, and I couldn't make it past the first Eschaton Judgment. Yeah, I think I have a reasonable a reasonably good, I guess, point. Because he's just straight up not cool. Because I don't think that I've played poorly enough to justify, you know, just like straight up losing. And then he switches to the other element, and at that point you're just fucked because you don't have the luxury of switching like everything within the mission, because there's no pause, there's no nothing. So yeah. So I think that all of this, actually this is a good question to ask myself, you know, how much of the lack of fun I'm having with fighting a Latreon, how much of the frustration comes from the hard DPS cap in itself, or from the just general context and design around fighting it. Because to my mind, honestly, I think it's a fair bit of a chance that it is. I think it's the hard cap. Because here's the thing, right? I find myself just like so unbothered by soft DPS caps. For example, RoboQuest has one where one of the bosses you're fighting. Actually, I'm not sure if it's not all of the bosses at the third stage that you need to actively DPS, like actively kill while acid is. Apologies? What the fuck is that? That feels useless. Can I use multiple of them? Yeah, this weapon feels kind of pointless, but maybe that's I need to have literally everything to beat it. Was I right that I literally need every single weapon? That I need to do this corridor? Because it feels like I did. But I'm not going to test it today because it is past our general runtime and I am hungry. Every time I mention being hungry, I'm just reminded of that one clip. I don't remember who was playing that one Flash game where you need to give kids like food. It just goes, "I'm so hungry, I want peas," and then it's just like this huge ass tray of like boiled peas. He just scuffs it down. Anyhow. So yeah, and I didn't mind, you know, the fact that, because here's the thing, like those bosses I'm talking about, like at least one of them we kind of failed, quote unquote, the DPS check, and the acid lifted us up to like the last kind of platform, and there was a small tiny platform which gave you basically no space to dodge or take cover behind, right? Which, yes, is pretty close to a guaranteed loss. Like, the boss isn't made to be beaten that way. But if you either took him low enough or are just straight up good enough, you can, you know, beat that boss. Which, to my mind, that's what makes, you know, for a good DPS check, if you want an example. So I guess Latreon fails on both, like, clarifying why you lost, because, again, a lot of the reason why I was unable to beat him is because I wasn't, and I still am not, a Master Rank 100 Hunter. I actually just... I bit the bullet and just got people that carried me online, which... that wasn't fun. I hate Latreon, and I really wanted to like him because he was cool. The fact that it's supposedly my fault, even though, you know, with the hindsight and context that I've learned, is not the case, because I'm supposed to have access to weapons and equipment that are just like straight, pretty much can't have access to unless someone carried me. through the event Kulftarov. And you know, the fact that unlike other situations, it's not like, oh gosh damn, you'll get it next time. It just like, it straight fails you, but it also doesn't have the decency to go like, all right, up and at him again. You know, just like try this mission again. Go back to the beginning and give it your best. It just sticks you in a situation where you know you have to abandon the mission, or you know, lose all the investment you've made in it with items and such, because you just are stuck in a position you can't win because he's swapped to the opposite element, and you're probably gonna get carded again, and you have, well, essentially no chance. So yeah, I kind of, you know, I think I actually kind of needed to get this off my chest, because Elatrion was a thorn in my side, and it kind of still is a sore spot for ages, like ever since it appeared. I am not prone to, you know, actively growing like frustrated, you know, installing new cup holders in my desk, and Elatrion actually knew I actually had to bite into something out of frustration. Just, I think I grabbed my pillow and just like screamed into it and then bit, because it's just frustrating, because I tried for like an entire day with no progress outside of learning its moveset, which is not a fun experience. And yeah, I think that is in a very great big deal because of the way, the context the fight is designed in, but also the way the fight plays out when you fail. Because failure can be fun, but you need some asterisks there. First of which being, you know, the fact that you aren't held in that fail state for too long. Like, just think of Hotline Miami, or even Dark Souls again. You know, you fail in those games, you just have and you're back to the, you know, position where you can actually try. Whereas with Elatrion, it's first off a gamble, and second off, you know, you need to open the menu, you need to go to abandon, and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's because I can't think of a different hard cap, like hard DPS check, that I guess pissed me off this much. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I'm way too hungry, and next Sunday I'm resuming the streams, and this time I'll be streaming Tormented Souls. Hey, maybe, but until I actually complete it, I'll the second game will have launched. That'd be fun. Go straight from the first one to the second. But alas, I wish you all a wonderful week.